we go, we bring the curtains down. Shandor's got his head up in the clouds so high. And Farty's dropping truth bombs, making grown men cry. We swear like sailors cause a big commotion. Getting thrown out, it's like our life's devotion. From bars to cafes, they show us the door. But we keep on laughing, yeah, we keep asking for more. Sanders got a mouth that never knows when to quit. He'll say the wrong thing just for the hell of it. Farty's on a rant about the state of the nation, while Sanders in the corner lacking concentration. We swear like sailors cause a big commotion. Getting thrown out, it's like a life's devotion. From bars to cafes, they show us the door. But we keep on laughing, yeah, we keep asking for more. We've been banned from the bar, kicked out of the diner, but we'll just find another cause the night's getting finer. Shandor's a dreamer with his head in the world. Farty's got opinions that'll make your hair curl. Sandor tried to flirt, but it turned into a mess. He called her a lady, she heard hot mess. Farty's on his soapbox, preaching to the crowd, but all they hear is noise cause he's way too loud. We swear like sailors cause a big commotion. Getting thrown out, it's like a life's devotion. From bars to cafes, they show us the door. But we keep on laughing, yeah, we keep asking for more. So if you see us coming, better lock the door. Cause Sandor and Farty are always looking for more. We're a whirlwind of chaos, a two-man parade. And we'll keep on rolling till a legend is made. Yeah, we'll keep on rolling till a legend is made. We've been banned from the bar, kicked out of the diner, but we'll just find another cause the night's getting finer. Shandor's a dreamer with his head in a whirl. Farty's got opinions that'll make your hair curl. We've been banned from the bar, kicked out of the diner, but we'll just find another cause the night's getting finer. Sandor's a dreamer with his head in the whirl. Farty's got opinions that'll make your hair curl. Sandor tried to flirt, but it turned into a mess. He called her a lady, she heard hot mess, didn't find her. Yeah, we'll keep on rolling till I let your hair curl. So if you see us coming, better lock the door. Cause Shandor and Farty are always looking for more. We're a whirlwind of chaos, a two-man parade, and we'll keep on rolling till our
Hell of a week, right, Farty?
Boring one.
A hell of a boring one, yeah. Everything's quiet, and no news is bad news in this instance, I think.
Well, all except for the world's doubled down on the nuclear, sort of conundrum, and can't remember whether I mentioned this, but we're going back about 5 weeks now, where we're about 72 minutes away from fucking putting our heads between our legs, kissing our asses goodbye as we get vaporized in the nuclear glory of fucking atom. And that was a request from the Ukrainians to use longer range, more sophisticated weapons to strike further into Russia. And Keir Steiner and Joe the Potato had fucking agreed on that. And as Keir Steiner, the fucking stupid fucking dickhead cunt fucking bomb. Well, what the fuck? If you hate these cunts,
isn't Starmer the current PM of the UK?
England. Yeah, the UK, yeah, fucking, like, I don't get it. It's like the last 5 or 6 people they've elected, they've instantly fucking hated their guts. Like, what the fuck, you stupid cunts, vote the bastards in the first place. Um, because like, there was a Sheila who lasted less than fucking it took for like an apple to rot or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Um, and so like, yeah, like instantly they fucking hate their guts. Like, anyway, fucking so he was on his way over to fucking Washington with a big red box full of fucking documents for Potato to sign to allow this to happen. And Putin had fucking issued a warning saying that if that happens, then that'll only mean it's going to
All
be
bets are off.
fucking,
Yeah.
yeah, American telemetry, which means that fucking that's direct US involvement, which means that shit's going to hit the fan very fucking quickly. So don't be fucking stupid. And some of the back channels from the US went and contacted the back channels in Russia and sort of went, hey, we think you're joking. What's the go? And they're like, we're so not fucking joking. And they had a chat to Lloyd Austin. Lloyd Austin had a chat to fucking Buddy Potato. And after everyone had finished collectively fucking soiling their diapers, they greeted Kirsteiner and said, no, 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 can't do it. So we almost got fucking nuked then. Now, the Israelis seriously threatening to fucking strike into Iran. And mainly there's like this specific fucking bunker. It's heaps fucking deep. It's like 6 or 7 fucking Ks deep underground. And
Right.
it's fucking
Yeah.
way fucking deep. Yeah, have fun fucking hitting it with a bunker buster. So they got to nuke the damn thing.
You'd need like a fucking bunker buster that would do its own drilling. And even
Well,
then,
no,
like,
no, they're just going to nuke the fucking thing. Um, in theory, if they have only got one fucking way in, which I can't really sort of see them doing, like one way in, one way out, all you do is just collapse the entrances. That'll fuck them.
yeah, you're right on that one.
Simple as that. That's why you're using nuke, because the entrances are going to be heaps mad reinforced. So that's what the Israelis are threatening, and the Iranians about a month or so ago were saying that a couple of months ago, they're saying that they'd already done the enrichment process and they've already got quite a few pits lying around. All they realistically need to do now is work on the explosive lenses to actually get a working fucking atomic weapon. They've
Right.
already got a bunch of delivery devices and they've just tested out a new one with a hypersonic missile and those latest lots of strikes on Israel about a week or so ago, or in the last week. So they've already got the devices to fucking send them, and then they're just working on the last few bits. And now they're sort of alluding in the last day or two that fucking, well, that's going to be quicker than fucking you think. And if the Israelis do it, say tonight, it will be like within a day with our fucking nuclear retaliation.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, I think it's called the Ben Gurion or the Goran something like that. Ben something or other fucking doctrine. And that effectively is if Israel looks like they're about to get fucking overrun, wiped out, or fucking pushed into the sea or something like that, they fling all their nukes out the pram and fucking turn the place into a giant glass lake. And that's another reason why Israel's got such a fucking brutal sort of retaliatory policy and all this kind of stuff. It's either you take the fucking war crimes and the brutality and shit like that, or we fucking nuke you. One of the two, because you've attacked us.
Right.
Um, and it's more of a deterrent than anything else, because every now and then they've got to come in, they've got to fuck up a bunch of people, and then they realise, oh, hang on a minute, yeah, okay, yeah, so best not fuck with the Israelis because they don't follow very many rules. Well, they're following their own rules. It's just they don't follow our rules, and they don't have to follow our rules because they're a completely different fucking country to us. It's just the same thing as like in Muslim countries and stuff like that. If you steal something, they chop your fucking hand off. Can't really say anything about that. It's not our fucking country. Just don't steal anything in
Yeah.
fucking Muslim
You don't want
countries.
your
Simple
hand
as
cut
that.
off, don't go to another fucking country and steal something.
Exactly. Fucking so, like, yeah. Then the thing is, if you attack Israel, they'll come down on you like a fucking ton of bricks. They'll shit on you from the greatest height imaginable, and they will thump your ass into fucking. They will fucking kick you in the nuts so fucking hard. Your great fucking grandfather felt it as ashes. You know,
Yeah.
fucking gusts of wind will come past, go, oh, my balls, and that's like fucking still particles of fucking ashes of long dead bloody Muslims still feeling the ball kicking that you just gave them. And that's the point. You don't want it to happen. Don't attack the fucking Israelis. Simple as that. You attack the Israelis, right? They got to thump the absolute fucking crap out of you. They got to do it just to show that yes, we will fucking do it. Don't
Yeah.
fuck with us. You know, it's no point on bloody threatening. And this is partially what, like, a lot of the problems that America has got at the moment is because the only thing they realistically have at the moment is idle threats. Don't do this or else. Like, look at the don't come across the border thing. Don't come. Fucking Kamala Harris, which is, I bet you $10 was something that she has said a lot in her life. Don't come. I haven't come yet. I'm not nearly there. Fucking fiddling, flicking me
Uh-oh,
bean and
Farty.
shit.
Uh-oh, Farty. You're
What?
you're arousing YouTube and their hate boner of us.
Well, it's not my fault. She was a whore back in it. I mean, prosecutor. I mean, a prostitute. I mean, a fucking shit. Never mind. But anyway,
You're gonna get us nuked, Farty. Oh no. Uh,
anyway,
yeah,
forgot where I
and
was going with that. Anyway,
that
fucking
that segues perfectly into an announcement I want to make early on. Um, YouTube deleted one of our videos, our most recent midweek crisis. It happened a couple of weeks ago, and wait, it might be on Kick still. Um, but YouTube deleted one of our videos. It was they deleted it for medical misinformation. I'm not gonna go too much into detail about it because I don't know what we can or can't say. Um, but they did nuke our video, so we're going to be moving off of YouTube as of next Saturday. We're going to be moving over to Kick. I have not figured out a re-upload area, right? I haven't figured out a re-upload thing, but the fact of the matter is that how do I word this, Farty? Um, there's still very much a a censorship campaign going on by YouTube. You know what? I'm just gonna come out and say it. They yeeted our video for medical misinformation. Um, and unless you're CNN, you can't talk about anything. You can't say any fucking thing. And they deleted our video because of medical misinformation. And I'm not even gonna pretend. Um, if Naked Yoda can dodge YouTube's bullshit, then you're probably good. No, Desture. Listen, they actively started taking down our videos. As of today, they've taken down our videos. They took down one right now, but it's only a matter of time before they start seeing everything else and going, yoink, 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 yoink.
uh,
Um,
I've gotten out of it all right. I've had a couple over the years that have been fucking. So they know about me. Well, they definitely don't give me any advantages.
yeah.
That's some pretty gnarly fucking shit. But what shits me about that kind of a thing is that fucking, like, all these fucking fact checkers and fucking the people who make these kinds of decisions, it's mostly fucking opinion as opposed to actual fucking fact. Like, I'm a fucking medic, and they want to say, oh yeah, but you're not saying proper medic. Go get fucked, you fucking stupid. Who the fuck are you, fucking glorified fucking intern at fucking bloody YouTube? Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
All I
then there's like, oh yeah, they got a police freedom of speech. Motherfucker, you can't even speak the King's English properly, cunt. Fuck off.
um
But no, But no, that's a thing, right? So with the English language, you are allowed to say all these derogatory terms and stuff like that if it is
Right.
indeed a quote, an exemplification of a fucking situation. So, like, you can exclaim, say, like, shout "fuck," and it's like, well, shit, you're allowed to exclaim that because it's an exclamation. You're exemplifying, like, to say, oh, this cake is really fucking good. Well, that cake is really, really, really good. That's what that's proper use of the English language.
Right.
Um, and Buddy, say for instance, using racial terms and stuff like that. You can, like, you don't have to run around saying the N word or anything like that. You can use the actual friggin' word, um, because you're describing what the friggin' word is. And the same thing with this whole fucking. They're trying to cut down on, like, nasty words because nasty words might offend. Whatever happened to sticks and stones will break me fucking bones, but bloody a slap in the head usually pisses off a lot of stupidity. Fucking bloody because, like, now, like, you can't talk about fucking suicide or bloody murder or, oh, this person got hurt in a car accident. Well,
Yeah,
what the
you gotta
fuck do you mean
use
by hurt?
you gotta
He got
use
a Hummer in a
euphemisms
car
now, and
accident.
I cannot stand euphemisms for anything that doesn't like. Euphemisms are a great way to explain something that you can't quite articulate, but if you can articulate it and say it out fucking loud, uh, don't use a euphemism for it.
Well, like, how the fuck are we supposed to have discussions? And this is like how we've got this problem with domestic violence and all this kind of stuff. We're not allowed to talk about the fucking subject because it's a
Yeah.
set rule of men bad, women good, fucking, that's it. No ifs, buts, or fucking maybes.
Yeah.
How come this keeps happening? Because we're not allowed to have the discussion on it. How come people are killing themselves left, right, and centre? Well, because we're not allowed to have the discussion. Because, say, for instance, in my circumstance, I say a few things, and I've got to worry about whether someone will take that the wrong way, read into it, or something like that, and then run off and tell everybody I'm going to go and fucking, like, run planes into World Trade Centers or some fucking shit like that.
Yeah.
So we
Um,
can't have those fucking discussions.
Dester has a good statement directed towards you, Farty. Do you want to read that?
Hang on, possibly help if I logged on or was. Hang on, where am I? Subscriptions.
Oh, shit.
Ça va se back to Gite. Bouquet di poo poo. Alright, was it fucking the naked. Hang on, sorry. The crayon haired nervous wreck has never been or never ever been near an ambulance. Knows more than the actual medic that didn't. The amount of fucking times, like, fucking, there's been a few times where you get to a certain, like, you get to a site and you go start doing first aid on cunts and there's some dumb shit. You go, no, don't move him. It's like, I have to clear his airway, you fucking idiot. We choke doing this. Why don't you fuck off and shut up? There's one job that I went to and there's fucking idiot already taken his motorcyclist's helmet off and, like, he's clutching his right side, all this kind of shit, fucking gurgling
Right.
fucking frothy blood from his lungs, and, like, up through his mouth. Like, all right, fucking better put him on his left side. I go to move him over on his left side, put him in a recovery position there. Some dickhead's like, don't touch him, man, and actually started fighting me on it. Anyway, like, fucking a couple of minutes later, the ambos rocked up, did exactly the same fucking thing, and this dumb cunt fucking tried fighting them on it too. Uh,
You don't think the people who do that shit for their life know what they're doing?
yeah, fucking yeah, because, like, you get these people who, just because they saw one fucking episode of bloody Grey's Anatomy once fucking years and years and years ago, they think it makes them a fucking brain surgeon or some shit.
So we're gonna get into a fun topic here, Farty. This is one that you're gonna love, I think. Um, Other than shape, what is the real difference between a rocket and a rocket-propelled grenade?
Um, Well, a rocket doesn't necessarily need to have an explosive payload on it.
Okay.
And a grenade, like the rocket propelled grenade, is just a grenade that is propelled by a rocket.
So what you're
It's not
saying
really
is,
even really a grenade. It's actually more a warhead, but I think it's actually more a difference in the translation from Russian to English.
oh, okay,
They don't really have a word for what an RPG warhead is, except for
gotcha.
grenade.
Wait, is an RPG a Russian invention?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
interesting.
The whole thing, rocket propelled grenade, is basically the same thing as like a bazooka round or a shape charge round or something like that.
Okay,
That's just what they called them, an RPG. We called it a bazooka or a rocket launcher or an anti-tank rocket or something like that, light anti-tank
gotcha.
rocket, ATGM, um, stuff like that. Yeah.
I only asked because I've decided to put more rockets on this robot thing I'm building.
Ah. So the
And
difference between a rocket and a missile is that rockets typically aren't guided,
right.
whereas a missile typically is. So
Um,
you fire a rocket, it goes in a straight line. You fire a missile, and it can turn.
yeah. For those of you curious as to what I'm doing, I can put it up on the screen if you guys want. Um, but I'm working on a Warhammer 40k proxy that's gonna use GW paint pots. You know what? I'm gonna put it on screen. I'm gonna put it on
Yeah,
screen. Um,
yeah. Just as description is pretty much fitting. It's a flying shape charge that has a blasting cap as a part of it, as the part that hits the target.
right.
Yeah.
Let me just fix this here. I don't know why that's open. Yes, close it. Thank you. Bye bye. Shit. How do I do this? Uh, okay. Um, I'm gonna have to do this the dumb way here, guys. So we got that. No window. I need a window capture. I need a window capture. Da 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 da. Wait, what did Duster say? Cool. Fuck GW. Yeah, fuck GW. Pretty much. Pretty much. Where is my display capture? There. Add it. Create new, and then we'll do. Um. Oh. Right. There it is. Okay.
Hooray!
I got it, Farty. It's on the screen. Farty, you can see what I'm doing, and Duster can see what I'm doing.
Sort of the lag.
Well, yeah, the lag is going to be there. I haven't done anything yet, but here's kind of what I'm doing. Okay, I know it doesn't make any fucking sense, but it doesn't have to make any sense. Ah,
They
shit.
kind of look like genie rockets. The Genie rocket was one that they developed during the 1950s. It's
Okay.
basically a small nuclear rocket that they flung into a flight of bombers and then detonated it.
Oh shit. That
Take
that
a bunch of them out
sounds
at the same time.
that sounds sufficiently orc. I tell you, dude.
And
Like,
there's a famous bit of footage and shit that's doing the rounds on YouTube at the moment. Don't know whether you're going to get it, but it's like, the nuclear mobs are getting it. And it's about these like five guys that wanted to prove that like a nuclear blast was safe to stand under. So they actually stood under a nuclear detonation. It was actually one of the tests for the Genie rocket that they used to do this and prove that
okay,
it was safe to have one go off over your head.
that's interesting.
Yeah, useless tidbit of information. I bet you never needed to know.
Um, you know, I'm fine with that. You know what? I'm all right with that. So, what do you think so far of my little kill a can gesture?
Needs a Gatling gun.
That's gonna be one of the arms.
Needs a fucking great big Gao 8 Avenger on the bastard.
Gao 8.
Yeah, the thing that's on the A10
Oh, okay.
with 30mm 7-barrel Gatling gun.
Gotcha. Genies make more logistical sense than a Davy Crockett.
Yep. Davy Crockett was a ground-based tactical nuclear rocket that could be launched off the back of a little rail on the back of a Jeep.
He likes it.
Uh,
By
uh,
God, he
uh,
likes it. That's all I care about. All right, let's
mm.
go ahead and start making. Let's start making a Gatling gun. Let's see. That's how many barrels? 6, 8.
As many as you want. The Chinese are coming out with ones that have got 12 barrels and they're in pairs. So their phalanx is like fucking about 3 times better than the ones we've got.
Let's
That's
go
all, of course, if it works and can actually
ahead.
hit the broadside of a barn from the inside.
Yeah.
But I guess if you're flinging that much shit against the wall, some of it's going to stick.
Let's see. Let's see. All right, Farty. Just let me know when the flare looks about okay.
Flare.
Um, because I think I'm gonna work backwards and start with the barrel. So like how the barrel is initially shaped is what I'm looking for. And I think instead of firing bullets, I wanted to fire little tiny cannonballs. So I'm gonna make it larger. Fun fact: the maximum range of the Davy Crockett is not minimum safe distance. Wow.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
for all of the or all of the ordnance that it fires?
It fires one. It's like the Fat Man from Fallout 4.
Okay. I'm not familiar with Fallout. I
Oh well,
played.
basically the Fat Man looks like a little Fat Man bomb. That like you put it in this little arm launcher thingy, and it fucking basically like it's like a
Okay.
shit. You wouldn't know what a P-out launcher is, do you?
Um, I've heard of it, but I don't
Oh,
know
well,
of it.
it's this one from World War Two. It's like this fucking funny looking bloody rocket launcher thing that's not really a rocket launcher, and it fires this fucking silly looking mortar bomb out the front of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, well, the Fat Man in Fallout 4 is basically one of those, but it fires like this little baby Fat Man nuclear bomb. And like if you were to use it in real life, you'd nuke yourself, well and truly.
Yeah.
Um, it doesn't go
Uh.
very far. It's the same with the Davy Crockett. Like it fires from the back of a fucking jeep. You know, it's a tactical nuclear weapon, and It was designed mainly for like things like the Folder Gap,
Right.
and they're expecting like massive Russian armored punches to come through there. And
Oh, for
initially, they were
fuck's
going
sake.
to think about tactical nuclear weapons, which were very, very small yield, just to take out all these big groups of tanks. And then later on, they figured that was fucking stupid, so they, invented things like Apaches and A-10s and
Right.
Abrams and anti-tank missiles and stuff like that. And
Farty.
so,
Instead of a gun barrel, I made a cannon barrel. It it looks like it belongs on the end of a tank.
okay, let's see. Share my screen real quick.
All right, hang on. Let's look at what you're looking at. Oh, that's pretty. I'm gonna do that. Hang on. I can do that. I can do that.
Okay, so the picture on the right.
Top right? Or
Yeah,
yeah.
the big picture on the
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, you see that funny looking thing with all those brass things and the blue stuff in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the helical magazine. So the blue parts of the tips, the bullet tips, and like the back ends are facing outwards, and it basically works in that big spiral, and it spirals out one end, and the
Right.
empty casing spiral back in the middle, back into it. And the A10 is more important because that's got so much fucking weight in it. If they were to eject all of those empty casings, it'd just destabilize the aircraft.
Right.
Something terrific.
So
Yeah,
I'm going for the minigun that's next to the drum. That's the look I'm
yeah,
going for at the moment.
yep. Trying to get you a better
Scale.
view.
And now, oh my god, this is gonna be so dumb. This is the E scale. Right. I need the chat here. We also invented a littler gun called the Marauder before the DoD shut it down. Really? Did we?
Yeah, there was a few of them. There was the GAR 12, which was a four-barrel version that was used in the Harrier.
Oh, that's right. Why did I forget the
There
fucking
was
Harrier? Well, probably because the Harrier fucking sucks.
okay. So if you're still looking, there's a closer view. The barrel cluster.
Oh god, look at that. Yeah, that is fucking all right. Stop it. You're giving me a fucking boner with these guns, Farty.
And that grey plane up the top right, top left corner. That's the plane that
Yeah.
has this gun.
Yeah.
There's another version of this, which was I think it was a five-barrel version that they were going to have in a pod. Now the GAR 12 also comes in a pod as well. But this one I can't remember what it was, the GAR 6 or the GAR 10 or something like that, where they were going to stick it underneath an F-16. But they ran into the same problems as with the M41 Vulcan cannon pod that they had for the F4 Phantom initially before they stuck one in the nose permanently. Was
Right.
that the pod was wobbly and all this shit and wasn't as accurate as what you really needed it to be. You couldn't pick off tanks like you could with an 18.
Gotcha.
Um, there are a couple of different versions of the GAU system.
That's
Um,
fucking sweet, dude.
eh,
Oops. I want to get out of that and I want to get into this.
the original is the M61. Nope. M61 Vulcan.
Let's see.
Fuck, a decent size one. Fuck yes. Uh,
Let's see. Set origin geometry to origin.
all right. So there you go. That's a Vulcan.
Hang on. Oh, look, it's a little six barrel. Wait. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little six barrel. It's
that's a
cute.
20 millimeter. Yeah, that's a 20 millimeter. That's in fact the configuration that's in the F-18.
Yeah. It's got the belt
So
feed from the drum that.
underneath the gun and the gun's up on top, just in
Yeah.
front of the
And
pilot.
the belt feed, if I
Yeah,
remember, is just an autumn like the. It's not even really a belt feed. It's like a belt conveyor.
yeah. All these systems have like a chain conveyor kind of system because
Right.
belts can't keep up as quick. And this thing is the same thing there too. The empty casings go back in the
What is
drum.
that, like 60 rounds
Uh,
a second, I think?
100 something.
Project
Um,
Pluto was a nuclear powered jet that flies at insane speed, dropping nukes behind it. And and when it was damaged, it was programmed to crash into the nearest population center. That's fucking psychotic. That
yeah,
sounds like something Canada would build.
yeah.
Canada is the reason we
Um,
don't have trench warfare anymore.
this is
Did you know that, Farty?
fucking. Oh, I thought World War One would have been that.
No, it's because
Um,
of Canada. Canada committed so many human rights violations in the name of trench warfare um, that they had to end it.
I always thought it was because, like, trench warfare effectively is a stalemate.
No, no, no. It was
And you
because
don't
of
get anywhere.
Canada.
Blame Canada, blame
Yeah.
Canada.
There was a whole bunch of shit that we used to get away with that we can't do anymore because fucking Canada.
It's a little bitty baby one.
Hang on. Let me switch over. Yeah, the DoD looked at it and said, "What the fuck?" and shut everything down. I love that. Oh my god, look at the tiny kitty one. My
Yeah,
god.
that's a 7.62 millimeter one. That's the same one that's from Predator and Terminator 2.
Yeah, the one that was on the heli.
Eh?
That was on the heli, wasn't it? They fucking mounted it to the heli, to the helo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Originally, yeah, they mounted it to helicopters in Vietnam and all this kind of stuff, and then
My
they
dad used to
eventually they
shoot
used them in gun
those.
trucks and APCs and stuff like that as well.
My dad used to shoot those. He loved shooting it. He would just fire
Mm.
fucking rounds into trees for half an hour straight.
Mm.
Canadian soldiers hid grenades in food cans too. Yeah, they did. Canada, man, fucking war crime
Well, that was a booby
central.
trap everybody used to do in Vietnam. American grenades just happened to fit inside American ration
Oh
tins quite well with
shit.
the spoon still on it, and then so you'd take the pin out, fucking put it in the can with the spoon still on it, and you attach a little bit of string, and you put it up in the tree somewhere, and then trip wire, and some cunt just pulls the fucking grenade out the can, it goes bang. And you make it even better, you take the delay fuse out of the fragmentation grenade and swap it with an instantaneous fuse out of a smoke grenade, and then it goes off in their faces. It's falling out of the tree.
That sounds like fun.
Mm.
I I've kept watching the Rick and Morty anime farty.
Mm.
Um
I didn't know there was an anime.
yeah, there's a Rick and Morty anime currently airing. And you know what? It's the best Rick and Morty there's been in a while. The first episode was kind of hot garbage because it just kind of throws you into everything and kind of turns Morty into just a fucking foil. Um, but it's actually shaped up to be pretty decent. There's this really huge emotional arc they're putting through Morty, or they're putting Morty through.
Well, they were doing that on. Ugh, they were doing that on the show.
They were, yeah, they were doing it on the main storyline.
Whereas, which
No, no,
what the
no, no,
fuck
no,
was the go
Farty.
with Morty?
What Duster was talking about was they threw actual food cans at the enemy, and when they asked for more, they threw trapped ones.
Oh yeah, yeah, I heard about that too. Yeah, fucking yeah, we were doing that to the Japs up in fucking New Guinea in World War II as well.
Yeah,
It with Morty in the main show, it was there were lots of theories going around. It was like who was like evil Morty and what was his relationship to normal Morty, and normal Morty, was he like Rick's actual Morty, or was he a Morty from a different reality? Because he's how many Mortys has he been through, and
right.
fucking all this kind of shit, and why is he fucking looking after this one a lot better than
Shit.
some of the others? And like, is this one going to turn out to be evil Morty, and is Rick trying to stop him from doing that, or fucking is this the one that's going to stop evil Morty and has been prophesized some fucking where in some time travel thing that they've refused to fucking do a storyline on, which is good, kind of, I suppose. Um,
You
but yeah,
know,
there was like all of this shit running around about like what's the significance of a fucking Morty, and this particular Morty and his relationship to the evil one, and fucking blah blah blah. So yeah, that was already being explored. That yeah.
well, no, in this one they actually give him an emotional arc. He's got a girlfriend in this show. I mean, in typical Rick and Morty fashion, it does happen to be fucking like some interdimensional fucking chick who's made of antimatter or something that they don't really They do like a really bad job explaining, but overall, like this whole like anime has an actual story arc, and I'm actually kind of digging it. I'm actually kind of liking it. I was kind of putting it down at first because like it was just Rick and Morty and it was bullshit. The first two seasons are great, and I would have been fine with them leaving it at two seasons. Um, but when they got, there's the heartburn from that I mentioned earlier. Um, but when they got the go ahead to do 70 more episodes, that's when everything just turned into a fucking train wreck.
Yeah, but 70 more episodes over how many more decades?
Yeah, I suppose.
Because it takes them fucking 15 bloody years to do a bloody season.
I suppose. Um,
Oh shit, are we going to get taken down off YouTube for misinformation? It's not 15 years, it's only 2.
God, I've got that fucking. Remember that episode of Red Dwarf, Me Squared,
Yeah,
where fucking Rimmer essentially gets Lister to clone himself,
we'll
or
get the
gets
second
gets
hologram.
Rimmer gets Lister to make a second Rimmer. There we go. Still a healthier
Well,
relationship than what he had with Jessica. Everything was healthier than fucking Jessica. She was a fucking. We're not talking about getting angry talking about
well,
that fucking cunt.
what actually happened was that fucking Rimmer had conned fucking Lister into believing that the fucking Red
Kaczynski's
Dwarf could actually
holodisc.
run. Look, yeah, hang on. That Red Dwarf could actually run 2 holograms, which was already established that
No, 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 no.
the ship could only run one.
No.
Now,
Holly
fucking
told Rimmer that the ship was capable of sustaining more than one hologram. But Rimmer had hidden all of the hologram discs, and the only one that he left access to was his.
yeah, but he also conned fucking Lister into believing that it was Kachansky's disc.
Right.
So that when Lister went and found it, he willingly went and activated it because he was the only one that could actually touch the disc and activate the disc.
Right.
So instead of it being Kachansky's disc, it was Rimmer, another version of Rimmer. So it wasn't actually a clone; it was just another duplicate.
No, that's what I was trying to get. A cloning in terms of like data cloning.
Anyway, yeah, continue.
Anyway, I get that like I'm thinking about this shit. And I'm thinking about that one scene where they're in the fucking they're in the cinema. Um, and the one Rimmer's in the background, just like fucking flipping off the the other Rimmer in the front row with the fucking shadow puppets. And that's kind of what that's kind of how I fucking feel like that whole thing is gone down. Um, Dester Justin Roiland is gone, right? If that's the case, I might look at it. I never liked his shut up style of comedy. No, so the problem wasn't Justin Roiland. The problem was Dan Harmon. Dan Harmon is now in sole creative control, and it's Dan Harmon's style of comedy that's been running the show ever since. So now the main Rick and Morty show is just Dan Harmon. They have a completely new voice for Rick, and that was because Roiland was outed as a pedophile. Imagine my shock. This is my shocked face, Farty.
I thought he was just me too.
No, no, no. He was a pedophile.
Oh, that you're rotten cunt.
Yeah. There we go. We'll make a thing that's like that. Okay, Farty, what do you think of my Gatling gun? Nice big fucking open bores. Oh Christ, he's
Hmm.
even more insufferable. Yeah, Dan Harmon's the one who's been doing all the fucking show writing. Dan Harmon is the reason Pickle Rick exists.
Anyway, I just sort of, uh, I was looking at StreamYards for a bit and just tricked back to YouTube.
Oh shit,
Um,
yeah, I forgot. What happened on YouTube?
oh, none. Fucking just got back and reading the comments. Also, there's a thing in Chinese can't design a gun correctly because their new rifle wasn't rifled correctly and keyholes at 5 feet. Yeah, I saw that. It's funny as fuck. Yeah, they used to have a bullpup like everybody else, and now they're going towards like an older style fucking Ford magazine kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, but like, yeah, you probably find too that after fucking 500 rounds, the bloody things blow up because they don't temper their steel properly or make it correctly. And
I don't watch gun videos a whole lot. Okay, that should be no surprise to anyone, as I don't typically watch gun videos. I watched one the other day. Um, and the one that I saw was this guy had bought a bunch of cheap guns. He bought like two or three versions of the same gun. And they were like dirt cheap. We're talking like $100 pistols. Or no. They were $100 rifles. They were the AK style rifles, and he bought them brand new. Um, he had his friend buy one. He bought one himself, so that there was two different registrations for him. Whatever. He buys them and he takes them both out shooting, and within 5 rounds, they had both jammed to the point of no return. One of them even sheared the firing pin. I'm like, how do you shear a firing pin? What material are you making a firing pin out of that it's so fucking soft?
yeah, crap parts and poorly tempered parts and shit like that. Be funny if they were in the Rincos.
I don't remember what they were. It was, like I said, I don't watch content like that very much, so I don't really like know. And I'm not ashamed to go I don't know. Now what I will say is I think guns are fucking cool. I think the engineering and shit that goes behind them, right? I think that they're made with Chinesium. The pins are made
Yeah,
with
the
Chinesium.
Norinco Chinesium.
I think the engineering behind them is something like magnificent. It's a fucking art form in my opinion. Shit, I just said guns are art.
Well, they are.
Well, they are, because you got to think about the all the little tolerances that make it up. It's not any different. Like, I admire the way that guns are put together the same way I admire the way planes and cars and like, I don't know anything about any of this shit, but I still admire it. I think it's really cool what we can do with materials, right? Like, that's why I
Yeah,
own 3D printers. That's why I 3D print shit. That's why that's why I'm sitting here fucking 3D designing something, you know?
yeah, I know about Eugene Stoner. Yeah, but yeah, Frank, you should read about him.
Okay.
You'd be interested. He's the guy who designed the AR-10, the AR-15, and well, subsequently ends up being the M16. Um,
Yeah, because isn't
he
the
also did,
M16 just like an upgraded AR-15?
yeah,
And then there's like
um,
the AK-47, which was supposed to replace the AR-15, or like was the
nope,
predecessor to it or something.
no.
Or no, no,
The
no, it was like a step up
AK-47.
from the M1, wasn't it?
No, well, there was the M1 from World War
Right.
Two, and then from the M1 you went to the M14, which was basically 20 round box magazine fed version of an M4, sorry, an M1 that was automatic capable.
Okay, yeah, because the
Um,
only,
and then,
and I know
and then
Farty's
you
gonna
went,
laugh at this, but I don't care. So the
yeah,
the only gun knowledge that I know is the shit that I'm trying to retain from uh oh, what the fuck was that show? You know what I'm talking about, Farty. You know which one I'm talking about.
Not Forgotten Weapons.
No, 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 that anime.
Oh, what, the one with the girls with the
Yeah, 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 yeah.
personalities and guns?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a Poto or whatever the fuck it
A
was.
pote, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So
Well,
I'm trying to recall everything that I got, like I'm trying to recall and retain everything that I got from that show. Um, so historically, like I'm gonna get some shit wrong.
here's something that can explain a little bit in that too, and it's a bit of a history lesson. So with the M1, that was in 30 odd six caliber.
Oh shit.
Now after World War Two, they'd realised that there was all these different logistics fucking troubles. So you had the Yanks with like 30 odd six, 30 caliber, or 30 carbine, and 45 caliber ammunition. Then you go to Britain, who
Oh my
uses
god.
9mm Parabellum 303 British, and then you go to France, they use um, fucking 7mm something to fucking rather, plus some other obscure fucking Kurtz fucking tiny short fucking 9 round, 32 caliber round or some fucking
Yeah.
pissy fucking packet thing. And then you had a couple other countries that had different types of ammunition. And now after World War Two, you got Germany in the fold, and they were using an 8mm Mauser ammunition. So you had all these different types of bullets. So they wanted to standardise it, and that's where they came up with. The British wanted a 280 round, which was going the same similar round as the 5.56, a small projectile with a lighter casing. You carry more ammunition, and you get more firepower out of it by
Right.
using rapid fire.
Right. Right.
Um, but the Yanks went, no, 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 we still want our big fucking 30 caliber round and all this kind of stuff. So they came up with the 7.62 by 51 and designated it the NATO round and forced everybody to go that way. And that's um, how most people ended up with the SLR L1A1 in 7.62,
Right. Right.
and the Germans had the G3 in 7.62, and you guys went, all right, well, if you guys make the SLR from 280 into 7.62, we'll buy the SLR. So they did that, and then the Yanks went, oh, actually, we've got this M14, we'll use that instead. Um, so after everyone had re-engineered to go 7.62, the Yanks went into Vietnam with the M14 and found it was absolutely fucking jungle warfare. And
Yeah, because
that's when you
it kept getting waterlogged, if I remember right.
apart from a lot of other things, because it had a really open bolt system and all this kind of stuff, the mud and dirt and shit got in it like crazy. They were fucking having lots of stoppage problems from
Yeah.
that. And yes, the humidity got into the wood stocks. They were rotting away and expanding and
Um,
cracking and all that shit.
they handed out condoms to keep the soldiers from whenever they if they would drop their weapon in the ground, it would keep the water out of the barrel and keep the barrel from getting fucked.
That's just a good way of waterproofing the rifle, regardless. Fucking, but they're even doing that when they're in World War Two. Like a lot of the guys that stormed the beaches at Normandy had a franger over the top of their muzzle. That's an old one. But they were mainly given the frangers so as they weren't getting VD off the hawkers in fucking town, which was rampant, which was fucking rampant.
Yeah.
In fact, it was that bad that the medics used to actually go into town and give the horse VD shots just because it was easier doing it that way.
Yeah.
But
Destry says
anyway,
Gunsmith Cats is great. It's okay. The problem with Gunsmith Cats is that there's like 3 episodes, yeah, but each episode is like an hour long, and I
yeah.
just don't have the attention span for that.
Anyway, fucking
Yeah, sorry, Farty.
so yeah, so the Yanks go into Vietnam with the M14 in 7.62, and then they realise that was shit, and they go into a new gun trial, and that's when Eugene Stoner brings in the 5.56 version of an AR-10. Incidentally, the AR-10 is basically the 7.62 version of an M16 or an AR-15, and that went into gun trials with the M14, but failed because it blew up. And they were successful with the second one and went to 5.56 with the argument of if it's a smaller round, you can carry more of them. It's quantity versus quality. And it's got like this rifle's now got a better capability going automatic because the smaller rounds easy to shoot and all this kind of shit. You can
Right.
actually hit your target as opposed to being an anti-aircraft gun at the third round. I think with all that recoil. And then the rest of NATO went, "What the fuck? We just fucking tooled for 7.62, you bastards. Now you want to go to 5.56, you fucks? You know what? Fuck it. We're keeping this for another 25 fucking years." That's how everybody else kept the right hand of the free world for so long. But
I love that
yeah,
story.
now they're figuring out that the something that we've all known since they went to 5.56, that the 5.56 is pretty pathetic. So now they're going to the 6.8 millimeter fucking.
All right, Farty, rate my
Fuck
Gatling
that.
gun. I put a pretty big casing on it only because I'm gonna greeble it up, and it's gotta be solid for when I 3D print it.
What the fuck are the barrels firing?
Huh?
Where are the barrels firing?
I don't fucking know.
They're firing straight down by the looks of things.
Well, okay, so I had to model it straight up and down. That's just the way I had to model it. I'm going to attach it to an arm to an elbow, which is why I've got it this massive fucking drum here. Let's see. Ooh, uh. There. So it's gonna go somewhere about here, something like that, or maybe this. Well, farty.
You may as well make that an energy weapon.
You think so?
Yeah, because barrels that bloody size, you're going to need a magazine the size of a fucking country. 6.8 by 51 is the new cartridge. Yeah, that's the one. There's another name for it. Like,
Are
it's
those
not
actually pretty big
Grendel.
barrels? Let's see. If this is at 132 scale, I think. Hang on. Let's see. Let's see. They say 28 millimeter or let's see. So 32 millimeter. Um, and then let's see. This is 112. What is 28 millimeter? What is heroic scale? Heroic scale refers to a style in which proportions and features are exaggerated on a miniature. Does not have to do with the overall size. Or a wider, thicker. Okay. So let's say 28 millimeter. Just to have a ground of reference, it's equivalent to 165 scale. So this would be roughly 165 scale, exaggerated to maybe 172. I think the math works out to 170, 172, something like that for 32 millimeter.
Uh,
So that would mean for every you would scale it up 72 times. And then its current size is let's see. On the Z height, and this is it is almost 4 centimeters. And that's just counting the height of the drum and back. If I counted just the width of the barrel here, or the drum barrel or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about though. Uh, be about 1.5 centimeters wide, a little more than 1.5 centimeters wide. So 1.5 centimeter at, we'll say 72. We'll scale it up 72. Let's see. Shit. Scale converter. So our scale ratio is one. What do we say? 72. Real length is 1.61 millimeters. Oh wait. No. 1.61. Holy shit, that would be pretty big. Are you so with the math, Farty? The width of that gun would be 116 millimeters. So what is that? 11 and a half centimeters wide. A little
Hang
more than
on,
11 and a half centimeters wide.
yeah, 11
Um,
and a half, yeah.
so that would put each barrel at roughly. Oh my god. Each of those barrels would be roughly. Shit. Let's see. 2, 3. It's about a third of the width. Oh my god. Each of those barrels would be. I got a calculator here. A calculator. I want to make this. I want to make this math correct. Uh, Duster, why are you saying 2.7? Why are you saying 277 Fury?
Because I asked the 6.8. There's a few different versions of the 6.8,
Oh my
and
god.
the story that I heard. This is the new U.S. Army round. They're going from the 5.56. I thought it was something like the 6.8 Grindle or something like that they went to, but it turns out no, they're using like so 6.8 millimeter. That's the metric thing, and that equates to 0.277 of an inch.
Right.
So say 0.45 or 0.38 or something like that, or 0.357, 0.44 or 44 caliber. Anything that's in a caliber is in inches. That's your imperial.
Okay, so
So
tell me what 1.5 inches would be. Because that's how wide the fucking bullets would be.
1.5 inches.
Dester
Fuck.
says that Killican would reach low orbit with its gunshots. I'm filling in the rest there, but that's roughly. He said it would reach low orbit.
Hang on.
Is there
Well,
actually
one
a
inch is
caliber for an inch and a half wide bullet?
yeah. I think 1 inch is about 50 cal. No, hang on. It can't be that. No.
That's
Hang
the
on.
size of a fucking tank round, isn't it? A small tank round?
No.
Fucking.
Hang on. Fucking. Oh, buddy, stop doing that, you fuck. No, fucking stupid bastard.
We're gonna give a little of the ED209 treatment here.
Oh, 38.1 millimeters. So that's actually a pathetic.
The math
Oh,
I
hang on.
worked out to was 38 point or a
30 mil.
3.83 centimeters.
Yeah, no, 38. Yeah, sorry, 38 millimeters. That's 8 millimeters bigger than a Gao 8 barrel.
Oh my god! So these would be just slightly more damaging than a Gout 8.
Well, you may as well bump it up another 2 inches, and then you can go.
Well, this is just based on the scaling rough estimate. And again, it's not exactly 1/72nd scale. It's pretty close, but it's not exact. You know what? I've got a better idea. Oh my god. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. We're just going
Well,
to
2 more inches does this.
hang on, let me see what you're looking at. Oh, I love those fucking guns.
Well, that's the L60 Bofors gun. I've got one of those.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Does it still work?
In fact, it's the middle, the one at the top and the middle. I got it in one of those. Hang on, I'll just go see if I
Does
can
it still
find
work?
it.
Please tell me it still works.
No,
I'm
no, it was
gonna.
a gate guard out the front of an RSL club.
What's that?
It was a gate guard at the front of an RSL club. They didn't want it anymore.
Oh shit, that's awesome. Oh shit. RY.
All right.
There it is. Oh, that's looking a hell of a lot nicer, don't you think, Farty? Oh, that's right. I gotta switch over to my screen here. That's a hell of a lot nicer, isn't it, Farty?
Yeah.
That's a rack. Would you agree with Dester's assessment that it's a rotary autocannon?
The BFG, big fucking gun.
It is, isn't it? Christ, dude, I could probably do this all day.
Fuck hell, bloody hell! I've got a lot of fucking photos on Facebook.
You got a lot of what
They're all
on
bloody
Facebook?
shit memes and pictures and shit. They're all fucking shitty demotivationals and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a good time. When are you gonna do a
Yeah.
timeline cleanse, Farty?
This is gonna do one. Okay.
Are you sending me something?
Nope. Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on a sec. Share the fucking screen. There you go.
Okay, hang on. Let me look at it real quick. Holy shit! Look at that. So you're gonna let me come by and shoot it off, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the barrel's full of concrete.
Oh, that sucks.
But it's actually sitting out at Marsden Park Paintball Centre at the moment because
Oh,
that
you're
was
loaning
when
it
it was
out?
being delivered on my dad's front lawn. And my
Oh.
dad didn't think it was that fucking big. And I was saying, it's coming on the back of a fucking tilt tray, Dad. And he's like, it's all right. We'll just put it on the front lawn and point it at the dickhead across the road. Anyway, it gets to this point, and he's finally seen how big the bloody thing is. And he's like, quick, get a tarp. Fucking hell, they're going to call the cops on us. Fucking shit. Oh, fucking shit, Rick. No, we're not.
um,
Anyway, so yeah, fucking, yeah, didn't have anywhere to put it when my dad passed away. So I had to fucking find some place to fucking ditch it.
so it's just kind of
Yeah,
like there for safekeeping at the moment.
pretty much, yeah. So I can figure out how to, because it's a massive pain in the ass to fucking move the bloody thing.
I bet.
It's funny as fuck too, trying to find the legalities out of it because they put the fucking firearms registry in a place called Mawullumbar, which is full of fucking hippies. And most of the time you call them, you get some dumb bitch that'll give you their opinion as opposed to like the actual fucking law.
Right.
Anyway, so my dad goes, you better ring them and find out what the legalities of this is. And all this. So I ring the firearms registry and I get some dumb bimbo and she's giving me this fucking hard time about, I've got to take it to a gunsmith. I'm like, I'm not doing that. She's like, why not? I said, I had a cunt of a time putting the bastard up on the front lawn. She goes, oh, well, how are we going to find out what it is? I go, I can tell you what it is. And she goes, well, what is it? And I go, it's an L60 Bofors gun. She goes, well, how do you know that? And I said, because there's a big brass plate on the fucking side of it that says L60 Bofors, fucking Belgium, fucking 1947. Anyway,
Oh.
bloody. Then she goes, well, how are you going to secure it? And I said, I'm not. She goes, what do you mean? I said, I told you, I'm just going to stick it on the front lawn. She goes, but what if someone steals it? And I said, if they do that, I'm going to give them a fucking medal because here's the logistics of that. They got to get a tilt tray first, and they got to drag the cunt off the front lawn. And if they can get away with that without being seen, they're doing bloody good. But then what are they going to do with it? Like, they're not going to rob a fucking service station with it because, like, what are they going to pull up next to the fucking Bowser, jump out of the cab, jump on one side of the gun, turn a handle to fucking rotate the bastard around, jump on the other side of the gun to rotate the barrel down, and then what? Jump on a bullhorn and say, "Excuse me, mate, can you put all the money in the bag and bring it out to me, please?" Like, fuck you, dumb bitch. That's not going to fucking work like that.
Like,
Anyway, so she
it's
goes, "Oh,
like
I need some more. I need some more information. I'll get back to you." And she comes back later on, and it's the attitude in her voice that says it all. She's like, "You can have it. There's nothing we can do about it, and you don't even need a license for it." Anyway, fucking, so I rang me dad and I told him, and he's like, "Oh, that doesn't sound right." So he rings him back. It's another stupid fucking woman. And she swears blind that the RSL shouldn't even have them, and we can't have it, and we're in deep shit for having it, and fucking, bloody this, that, and the other thing. And he rings me back. He's, "Oh, no, they said all doom and gloom." I was like, "Oh, bloody fuck off, no." So I ring him back. I finally get a bloke, and he's like, "Okay, so what is it?" And I go, "It's an L60 Bofors." And he goes, "That's over 20 millimeters." And I said, "Yeah, it's 40 mil." And he goes, "Okay, right, yeah. Well, here's the act, here's the legislation, here's the line, here's the page, here's the fucking thing, and here's my fucking number if you have any troubles in the future. But any cannon or artillery piece that was built for military purposes but has been permanently rendered inoperable is not classed as a firearm or a cannon, and is basically just a glorified chunk of metal and does not require a license and does not require any registration or anything like that. So have fun with that, man. What are you going to do with it?" And I said, "I'm going to put it in the front lawn and stick it in one of the dickhead across the road." And he goes, "Ah, probably wouldn't do that. But yeah, anyway, have fun with it." Fucking,
That's fucking great.
yeah.
Duster says ThessenKrupp will build you a warship if you have the cash. Oh man, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want
Well,
a
it's,
warship. I just want to fire a fucking artillery gun. That's all I wanted. I just want to. I want it. That's the only thing on my bucket list. Okay. I want to
well,
fire a fucking artillery gun. I want to get the big fucking earmuffs on, right? The super fucking heavy duty ones you would normally use for shit like that. And I want to sit behind the fucking thing, and I want it to launch me backward out of the fucking chair because I don't know what I'm doing.
well, the funny story about how I ended up getting the bloody thing in the first place. So I was rooting Susan at the time, and we were living at a Bundina, and Bundina RSL had this thing sitting out the front. They wanted to do some renovations, and they were saying it was a public fucking liability risk and shit, and they were wanting to get rid of it.
Right.
Anyway, they tried fucking paying cunts. They tried selling it. They tried giving it away, and they just couldn't get rid of it for some reason. Anyways, like one afternoon, we're walking past and we're going somewhere else, and Susan we just had this conversation about what to get me for Christmas, and they just jokingly, like as we're walking past, go, "You want to get me something for Christmas? Get me that fucking thing." Anyway, we had a bit of a giggle, thought nothing of it. And a couple of weeks later, we were actually in there, and fucking while Susan was on the pokies, I was checking out the memorabilia wall, and they had a 20 millimeter shell in there, as done as a 2 millimeter shell, and it was sort of like, "How do you make that fuck up?" So I went to the bar and said, like, "Oh yeah, who's the fucking sub branch president?" And they're like, "Oh, why?" And I was like, told them about the discrepancy, and the Sheila goes, "Well, how do you know about this?" And I go, "I collect militaria." The bloke next to me goes, "Oh, can I interest you in a cannon?" And I'm like, "Yeah, righto, mate. Yeah, okay, yeah." Because it sounded like, yeah, fucking pull the other one, dickhead might play Jingle Bells kind of thing.
Right.
And I'm like, "Yeah, righto, mate." And he goes, "No, seriously, we got this cannon. Like, we've been trying to get rid of it." And here I am thinking it's some fucking really shitty fucking mock up fucking shitty fucking pirate cannon fucking shit thing that's like only about like half a meter long, or like, about 2 foot long or something, that sits about a foot and a half fucking tall, and some stupid fucking bloody ornamental bloody thing that's not even a real fucking cannon. If you put like, a few grams of fucking black powder in it, it makes a little puff and a bang, and that's about it. You're not actually launching anything out of it.
Right.
I thought it was something like that, some real wanky fucking stupid looking bloody thing. And he's like, "Nah, seriously, we got this cannon." I'm like, "All right, yeah, right, okay, yeah, okay. So you're gonna give it to me for free, right?" He's like, "Yeah. You just have to come and get it. We just like, that's how desperate we are to get rid of it." And I'm like, "All right, well, where is it then?" He goes, "The one out the front." I'm like, "You're fucking shitting me." He's like, "No, we're dead serious. You can have it. All you need to do is just get rid of it. Pick it up, fuck it off. It's yours." Well, I damn near fucking splooged all over the bloody floor at that point. So obviously, yes, I was going to fucking get the damn thing.
God damn, dude. That makes me feel warm inside. I don't even know what else to say.
But what's even funnier is that, like, for a country that's not supposed to have any firearms and I'm not supposed to have any guns, Jesus Christ, a lot of fucking weapons seem to fall in my fucking lap out of
Yeah,
bloody nowhere.
yeah, that's the crazy part. Um, let's see. So based on the angle that these things are kind of resting at present, this plate is going to be at probably a 10-degree slope from the back, but it's just kind of like bracing to hold the two things together. Does that make sense?
That doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
It doesn't need to make sense.
Okay. That's
Because the bracing part makes sense. The actual angle in its design doesn't really
yeah,
need
that's
to
what I
be
was
in there. You can explain that as aesthetic.
yeah, that's I kind of figured that. It's not going to be very noticeable on the miniature. The miniature itself is going to be, let's see, size of the paint pot. Paint pot is, I think I had it at 4 centimeters tall. With the other ones being about, and I'm using metric because I know it's just easier for you, Farty.
Well, you could even say that that's an exhaust vent too,
Yeah, I could, or an ejection
bracing,
port. I could say,
bracing and exhaust vent.
yeah. So this
Or you just
is a little more than 5.5 centimeters. With the way that it's currently designed. But the bottle in the middle, the actual container that I'm using, so this part here is a representation. It's a mock-up of the paint pot, and there's the longer one that's that size, and then the smallest one that I have is a little over 4 centimeters long. So between 4 and 5.5 centimeters is, or millimeters rather, 4 and 5.5 centimeters. Right, I had it right the first time. Is the range of things that this that this thing is going to be getting glued to. And then just to give you an idea of what it's going to look like without everything, give me a second. Let me go ahead and here. We'll do it this way. We'll do it the easy way. Something's going to get deleted. Oh no, look. All my faces are fine. Sweet. Alright, so this part gets subtracted from there. And then it's basically going to look like, this is just a faceplate. And this is what it's going to look like without the bottle attached to it. Cursor. And then that's what it looks like with the bottle attached to it. So it's relatively tiny, so you're not really gonna see the angle on here.
you're gonna put something on the other side of it.
I am, yeah. I'm gonna eventually model
Okay.
that. I'm gonna go for something asymmetrical. I wanted to do something Ghostbusters themed for this, to be honest with you, because I have these other guys. Hang on.
I
Let's
was
see.
just thinking though, because that's a lot of weight hanging out one side. If you're gonna make it asymmetrical, you're gonna have to put something really fucking heavy on the other side. Then.
Oh, do not worry about that, my friend. I've got something for that. Oh, come here, you fuzzy girl. Oh, Ravage wanted lap time. Let's see. What's it? Puppets War. I think this is. Yes, this is it. Hang on, I'm gonna dig up the page. I'm gonna show everyone on stream, and I'll send you a picture on Twitter in just a second here. They got these. There was this company called Puppets War, and they made these. I'm sending it to you now, Farty. But they made these Ghostbusters themed minis that are orcs. And I have a painted set. I do have these models. They did an Ecto one that I also have. And I was thinking
Isn't that
about
just the isn't it just the original cast, but they're just old, old and fat and decrepit and
Oh, look at this. This is one of their robots that they did for the Patreon for that month. That is not an orc thing though.
is it a Mork thing?
Oh God.
So does that mean Mork from Orc is actually from a female orc?
I I couldn't tell you, sir. There's a Batman one too. I'm gonna show you the Batman one. Oh, and there's this Ninja Turtle one that they have, Farty,
Uh,
which it's on the stream. You should. Oh my God, Ravage, stop sneezing so hard. She just sneezed on my arm. So they got this Ninja Turtle thing. So they got like the turtle van here, and I do have the turtle, the orc Ninja Turtle thing too. So I thought that was kind of cool. Um, they have, where the hell is it? I wanted to show you the Ecto one. Oh God, Ravage. God damn, dude. Do you have to fart? There it is. I found it. And this is all shit that they modeled. Truly a perfect society. Orcs have no females. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with you, Dester. I would agree with you. So yeah. This is a good point in the show to remind everyone that we are moving over to Kick on next Saturday. Completely. We're not doing YouTube anymore. I do have to figure out now when a pussy fart it's called a queef.
Funny thought.
uh Dester, shut up. um
Speaking of ninjas,
oh
like Ninja
Christ.
Turtles, but I'll give you a show something funny on fucking posted something funny on fucking Twitter.
On the twat box. Hang on.
On the Twitter.
Twat box, got it. Oh, you gotta make me download something.
No. It's on YouTube. Oh, hang on. What the fuck?
It linked me to PDF. Fallout Bible.
No, I didn't want to do that.
I'm
Yeah,
not,
yeah. Forget that. For some fucking stupid bloody reason,
I
my
can't
computer's
forget
being a
that,
dildo.
sir. Sir, no, sir. Where's my fucking water bottle? Christ.
What the fuck? Stupid fuck of a thing.
Oh, wow.
Sick.
Those batteries are still going. I got a little Gundam bust that I got out of a gacha machine.
God damn it.
And it came with a little lighting unit. And the lighting unit is still going. I turned it on like last night at like fucking 9 o'clock.
There you go, you stupid fuckwit cunt. Oh,
Farty, I don't know why
sorry,
you're upset
okay.
at me being a dumb fuckwit cunt. You knew
No,
what this
I'm talking
was.
about computer. Look at my computer.
Oh.
My computer's been a
So, what you're saying is you don't care about me.
Why is everybody always picking on me? Because you run like a girl and you sit down a pee. Why
Oh
is
my god.
everybody always picking on me? Because your best friend didn't.
The Fallout Bible is a good read, is it? I'll have to take your word for it. Like I said, I don't know anything about
No,
Fallout.
no, I got that for me mate Dylan in fucking in jail. He wanted it, and for some fucking reason, I copied that fucking link from YouTube link, and then fucking it decided to paste that fucking thing instead.
Yeah, he's in prison for a while still, ain't he?
Yeah, another 5 and a bit years.
Another 5 and a bit.
Yeah, and if his dickhead fucking brother-in-law doesn't he just fucking speak to me, I'll tell him exactly how to do his fucking job properly, and he can help get him out earlier.
Oh, is he up
Uh,
for good behavior? Or is it just fucking uh evidence?
well, yeah, well, he shouldn't be in there for murder for a start. It's only manslaughter. Um, fucking bit of an involved story because it went over an entire fucking day, and then there's a little bit of
Right.
backstory to it. But effectively, fucking there was the victim and his girlfriend and Dylan in the room,
Right, yeah, I
and
remember
then they
that.
were they were later joined by three other people: Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and Savannah, fucking Dylan's girlfriend. And that was during the actual incident itself.
Right.
So Savannah, Tweedledee, and Tweedledum are in the backyard. The victim and his girlfriend, Katie, fucking, they were in the rear room of the house, and Dylan's going around apparently getting fucking orders for dinner, like they're getting pizza or something. And then the next thing you know, fucking the cunt, he goes out the people out the back and asks them what they want. And then they see him go back inside, and then all of a sudden there's a kerfuffle, and the three of them go back in to witness. Katie knocked out, Dylan on top of the victim, whose name's Guy, and they're punching on all this kind of shit, and then that's when the stabbing occurs. Da, 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 da. Now, Guy is laying on his back at this point. Dylan fucking has a moment of clarity, gets up, removes himself from the situation, fucking goes to an abandoned house and fucking just sits and waits there for the cops to show up.
Right.
Fucking, and then surrenders to him. But but in the meantime, while fucking Dylan's stabbing this bloke, Tweedledee's tucked his dick between his legs, clucked like a chicken, and fucking ran outside, ran up the street and out the back of Buggery somewhere on the phone of the ambulance, and then screaming at them within 5 seconds of them answering the phone. Why is the fucking ambulance there? And it's like, dude, you've only been on the phone for 5 seconds. Um, that's coming from the CAD system, that the what the fucking printout of the fucking AAA conversation. Anyway, bloody so now there's guys bleeding out on his back. Catherine's knocked out next to him. Savannah's standing there like a fucking idiot, doesn't know what the fuck to do.
Right.
Tweedledum goes over to Guy, picks him up, starts fucking moving him, and then they go a couple of steps, and then fucking Tweedledum basically goes, "Oh, right, can you do it by yourself, Guy?" And he fucking lets go of him, where Guy subsequently goes on his fucking face.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you
And that's
telling me
where,
the story. I just
yeah, that's where Tweedledum fucked off. Anyway, so then Savannah looks around, realizes there's nothing else she can fucking do. Now she pisses off. Now, but somewhere between there and when the Ambos rocked up, there was a magical fucking stab wound that went fucking posterior anterior, where all the rest went anterior posterior.
right.
There's only one cunt left in the room unsupervised when there was no fucking stab wound in his back, and that was Catherine. And why did she fucking do it? Because Guy had fucking left her during the day, and he basically was going to leave her and go back to his actual fucking wife. And I reckon it was a case of she's woken up, seen no bloody witnesses, and went, "Well, Dylan's going to cop the blame for this. Fucking leave me, will you bastard?"
Yeah.
Fucking
All right, Farty. I did a very naughty thing.
what?
I didn't stop at 2 Gatling guns on the same arm. I think I think I'm following the orc rule of more DACA pretty well here, don't you think?
Well, now you have to go to an energy-based weapon.
Yeah, we could just say it's an energy-based weapon. I'm not going to be too concerned with what it is or isn't, because why the hell not? Farty, am I having a little too much fun with this? Do you think? I'm not picking you up. You're
Yeah.
farting all over the place. You filthy animal. Um, I'm having a little too much fun with this. All right, we're just gonna do this for the next hour. What do you think, Farty? We'll just do this.
What the fuck, though?
Yeah. Um. Let's see. What do you think for the other arm?
Um, giant hand giving the middle finger.
A giant hand giving the middle finger. I'm not good with hands though. I can't draw hands. I can't model hands. I know I'm a real artist, I swear.
A big floppy cock, then.
A big floppy cock.
All
Christ.
right, then a short, flaccid penis.
Oh my God. Listen, this isn't Tim Waltz we're doing here, okay?
I know. You can put. You can give it a pair of big fat piss flaps.
Oh my God. Okay, that's the last time I ask what you want to see on this thing. You ruined it
Big
for.
fat piss flaps that flop around and slap together when it queefs.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Farty. Your creative privileges have been revoked.
All right. What's long and hard and a Greek man gives his wife on his wedding night?
uh, Science lecture.
Nah, his last name. You don't know many Greek people, do
I do.
you? G'day, mate. My name's Theo Fuckadopoulos. How you going?
Oh my God, Farty. Stop.
Okay,
Stop.
so this guy goes to the doctors with a bit of a pain downstairs, and after the ultrasound, the doctor says, "Oh, it's nothing to worry about there. So all you got 3 testicles." And the bloke's like, "Well, fuck. Well, what does that mean?" The doctor goes, "Oh, that nothing really. You just watch out when you're eating shells without a rubber. Is all. If you don't want your kids, you'll definitely get them." He's like, "Oh, all right." So, anyway, so he's going home in a taxi, and he just had to brag about, his new discovery. And he says to the driver, "Hey, mate, between the two of us in this cab, there's 5 testicles." And the driver turns around and says, "Oh, mate, you must have one hell of a cluster."
I quit. I quit. I can't even with you, Farty. I can't even with you. Do you know what's fucked up? Is I'm the one who's like, I joke a lot, but I'm the one who's gonna eventually get us fucking canceled.
All right, well,
You know
nah,
how I
this
know
one.
this, Farty?
What?
Because of the fucking clip. Because of the fucking the timestamp they gave us from the fucking um that fucking notice that they fucking took down our video.
That's odd because I never gave anybody else a fucking timestamp. Why the fuck? This must be a new thing. They finally got the shits with everyone going, "Why don't you fucking tell us what the fuck we actually did wrong, you cunts?"
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, you reckon you're going to get his candy? Who owns a tampon factory?
Who?
Some bloody cunt. Why
uh,
don't tampons talk too much?
yeah.
Because
Uh,
they're stuck up cunts.
oh my god. Fucking farty. Duster says, do you remember how often I got censored? They can't understand farty. I guess, I guess the accent is your saving grace, farty.
Well, yeah. Well, uh, I guess I shouldn't be so surprised or dismayed or anything like that because, like, you know, forever and a day, I get Americans who can't seem to understand my accent in the comment section on YouTube videos. Mind you, I'm talking to them in the comment section as well. I'm not actually speaking to them with my voice. They
it's
still don't seem to understand me because I'm Australian.
it's like that
So,
fucking scene. It's like that scene in that one episode of, I think it was Family Guy. Excuse me. Do you even hear with an accent? Oh no, that was Drawn Together. That was that show, Drawn Together.
to even hear with an accent,
You even hear with an accent?
I don't.
Oh no 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 no! It was Brickleberry. That's what it was. It was Brickleberry. Now I remember clearly. It was
Tosh
the.
point. Oh, no wonder it wasn't funny.
It was the. It was the. Mm, it was the episode where Steve was afraid of flying.
I never seen it.
Brickleberry. You're not missing
Yeah,
much.
no, no. No, I used to watch Tosh Point back in the day when it was funny, and then sort of like I don't know, I think it must be my mental health disorder or something like that. But shit's not very funny anymore most of the time.
Yeah, no, that's just I'm right there with you. I don't really find much humor in anything anymore. So I may as
But
well
yeah,
watch
like
something that's like not funny.
well, mainly it's a lot of the stuff that I used to find funny just really isn't anymore.
Right.
Um, and it's just sort of too tame and shit like that. And it's the same as like fucking Tosh, Daniel Tosh, sort of he was funny at one point, but sort of I found better, or he's sort of
He reined
become
it
a
in
one trick
quite a bit
pony
because of the
or a one
fucking the
note
cancel
fucking
bullshit
joke
on
or
Comedy
something.
Central.
Hey,
He reined it in a bunch since Comedy Central.
yeah. It's like you got really fucking tame and shit. So like that's sort of like as I was starting to sort of lose interest in him, he was promoting the Brickleberry thing, and I'm like, well, fucking, I'm never watching that shit then.
Uh, I'm gonna be honest. Daniel Tosh was the best thing about that show.
Mm.
He played a
Well,
talking bear called Malloy.
well, that's not saying much then.
Huh?
That's not saying much then.
uh,
Fucking,
the
if he's the
bear
best
character
part
is
of it,
actually the best character on the show. The show itself sucks, but it's worth watching for Daniel Tosh's character. I will say
uh,
that.
speaking of cartoons, have you ended up checking out the rest of that fucking Peepadoo?
No, I forgot all about it, to be honest with you.
Oh, fuck, man, you're missing out.
Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they say.
Didn't the bear get molested? Well, it did in Peepadoo.
Oh my god.
Peepadoo
um,
and the Super Fuck Friends.
in the first episode of Brickleberry, Malloy gets raped by a hillbilly.
Ding 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 ding.
Um, Control R. Control.
I
Where the
mean,
fuck is my?
have you seen it, Destroyer?
He said pee poo doo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that French show about
Yeah,
sex
that's
education.
pretty shit.
Yeah, Farty had me watch a couple episodes a couple weeks ago before the stream started, and wasn't bad. He introduced me to Peepadoo, and I introduced him to Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. Okay, Farty, have you watched any of that?
No, haven't gotten around to it either. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't. You're in no position to judge me, are you, Farty? You son of a bitch. You son bitch.
Son of a bitch, you motherfucker.
um. Oh
Fucking
right,
Bill Paxton, right? Has we talk about actors with certain traits and shit like that.
right.
Bill Paxton has this thing where, like, when he's insulting people in arguments and stuff like that, he'll just repeat lines. Fucking
You
so
mean
when
used to, because he passed away.
well, yeah, he used to. So, like in Aliens, right, when he's having the freak out just after the shuttle crashes, he's like, and he says something along the lines of, he only says like two audible things where it's like they're gonna come down here and they're gonna come in here and then they're gonna come in here and then they're gonna come in here and then they're gonna and then like but people are shouting over the top of him, you can't actually hear it.
Right.
Um, and then there's this comedy mob called Broken Lizard. They did the
I
movie
know
Super
Broken
Troopers.
Lizard. I'm very
Right.
well
So
aware.
so was it fucking Club Dread?
I did not watch that one, but I saw the one about the beer festival. I forget what it was
Beer
called.
Fest.
Was it Beer
What
Fest?
what yeah, watch
I
Club Dread. It's really good.
I saw the Super Trooper movies,
Yeah.
and I saw a little bit of that one TV show that they had about the first responders.
Oh yeah, fucking
I saw like one or two episodes of that. I didn't care much for that show. I think their movies are better than the show was.
yeah. Well, there's not all of them in there anyway.
Yeah, there's like what 4 or 5 movies they did. They did the two
And
Super Trooper movies. They did Beer Fest, and they did.
no. The TV show. There's not all of them's in there. Like
No, I know, but um, I just didn't really care much for the writing.
yeah, fucking anyway, yeah, in Club Dread, yeah, the Bill Paxton's fucking character's having an argument and he's like telling somebody off, and there's one part he goes, "You motherfucker, oh, yeah, you son of a bitch, you motherfucker," but you can't hear it because cunts are yelling over the top of him, so there's
Uh,
his double blind there. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I got on that.
I don't remember.
Anyway,
Anyway,
hmm.
yeah, I made this little vent on the back. Maybe it's a power source. I don't know.
It's where a budgie's gonna fuck it.
A budgie.
Yeah, as budgies don't have assholes, they got vents.
They do have vents. Yes, you're absolutely correct.
Well, technically, it's called a cloaca,
Yes, Farty, you are correct.
but in bird terms, it's called a vent.
This cat.
We used to have a TV presenter on A
You
Current
smell
Affair
like a
called
Frenchman,
Yana.
you cat.
Yeah, we used to have this fucking TV presenter on fucking A Current Affair out here called Yana Vent. So name translates into Yana Budgie's ass.
Good night, everybody.
I'd like to poke Yana's vent.
Oh my god. My cat smells like a fucking Frenchman, dude.
Could be worse. First night I was I went back to Susan's place to boink her, and then the family dog was at the foot of the fucking bed, farting every fucking minute or two.
Imagine that. Every fucking pump you're.
Well, Susan did that too, so you know.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Farty. We did not need to hear about your loose bitch Susan, okay?
Hey, it's not a good session unless you make a squirt and fart as well numerous times.
You
As long
mean
as she doesn't follow through in the bed, who
you
cares?
mean stuffing her full of air is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Get stuffed. It takes
Oh,
on a
it's
whole
funny.
new
There was
meaning.
my first ex, Alex. It was funny. I was going down on her one day, and I fucking thought, I wonder what would happen if I blew a bit of air up her, and it just went.
You
And
fucking
fucking,
mis-
and she's pissing herself laughing, like fucking absolutely fucking like in tears, fucking laughing her ass off,
Farty,
fucking you choking, right?
you sir
And
are a nasty little monkey, okay?
the funniest part about it is, right, she's screaming, it's not funny. And I'm like, well, what are you fucking laughing for? Anyway, exactly the same thing happened to fucking Susan.
Oh my
So
god.
try it, boys and girls. That's the reaction you should get. They'll fucking piss themselves laughing and claim bloody swear blind it's not funny. Fucking like yeah, everyone I know, I tell them that in front of their girlfriends, and fuck, their girlfriends hate me for it. But they
um,
never usually complain about it a week later.
huh. Yeah, I wonder why. Oh, you know what? I have an
Yeah.
idea. Although I really don't feel like modeling it from scratch. I was gonna put tank tracks on this, and I just don't feel like doing it because I don't want to model the fucking things from scratch.
Put it in a box trailer.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they come like that.
Yeah, they do. Sometimes.
But the gun unit comes on a trailer and demounts, and the vehicle towing it's usually the fucking the sensor array, like the radar system or
Yeah,
something.
but these things like walk around and shit, so
Give it four legs.
give it
Spider legs.
4 legs.
Spider legs.
I could. I could. Oh my god. Okay. If you want to see spider legs on a kill a can, type F in the chat.
Actually, give it R2D2 legs.
Nope, spider legs. We already settled on spider legs. It's gonna have 4 spider type legs.
I know. Give it a vagina down there and it can move along the floor
Oh my
like a
god.
slug.
It could just. I'm not even gonna say it. No, no, shut up. Don't say it. Hey, we're gonna make it slide around on the floor like a slug. Oh my god, I fucking said it.
Hey, why do women have legs?
Oh, fuck you,
If they
Destiny.
didn't, they need to leave style trails.
Oh my god. Okay, Farty, you're done. You're fired, Farty. All right,
Hey,
I guess we're.
you ever wondered if a woman did the splits on a linoleum floor and she went a bit too far, she might suck herself to the floor?
Farty, it's a human being, not one of those little rubber hands you get out of the fucking out of the coin machine at the fucking grocery store.
Yeah, but both still come with suction cups sometimes.
I don't think a wide mouth beer bottle counts as a suction cup, Farty.
Some of them come with fucking tunnels you can drive an omnibus through.
Fuck you, Farty. Oh fuck, dude. Oh my god.
Some of them you can yodel and people yodel back.
No, I'm not laughing anymore. I'm not validating this anymore.
Some of them, if you reach in far enough, you'll find someone called Lemmy Wings.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not rewarding this
Sometimes if
behavior.
you find Lemmy Winks, you went up the wrong hole.
I'm not rewarding this behavior. I'm not doing it. No, no, no. Oh, you son of a bitch, Farty. uh,
Uh,
Poor Limmy Winks had to kill his own brother. Could you do it? Could you kill your own brother?
Actually, you should meet my brother, and the decision would be quite fucking easy.
Sir. Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop and leave.
It would be an emphatic yes.
Okay. Shit. I'm trying to figure out how to do this without modeling a dimple in there that isn't exactly to scale. Because what I want to do is I want to lower this thing into a cradle that the legs are going to just kind of be a part of and that it sits into. I'm going to obviously glue it down, obviously, for obvious reasons, but you know what? Fuck it. I'll just flatten the base when I make it. So we'll go with cube.
What's the paint container made out of? Glass or plastic?
It is made out of PT.
Plastic. Okay, so yeah, why don't you poke a couple of holes in the bottom and then have the cradle have a couple of pegs that it sits in.
Um. So the problem I have is that I modeled the the actual thing a little too closely to the paint bottle.
Mm.
But the paint bottle has a dimple on the bottom that is probably, I didn't do exact measurements of the dimple on the bottom of the paint bowl. Um,
Yeah.
so the dimple is going to have completely different measurements on the bottom of the 3D model versus the real physical thing. So I need a flat bottom that it's going to sit into, and then I'm just gonna glue it around the sides here.
Well, it's
Um,
not really sort of neither here nor there. Whether you have the dimple or not.
Say again.
It's not really neither here nor there whether you've got the dimple or not. Still
No, it
got that
just needs a
surface
flat
area.
bottom. The leg assembly itself will need a flat bottom to sit into is the only thing. And I'm doing that just to simplify the 3D printing process, but
Mm.
also considering that the shape that I have here on this isn't a one-to-one representation of the shape on the actual bottle. So I don't
Yeah.
want it to key into the bottom of the bottle. I would just want it to have the rough dimensions so I know where I'm working and how much space I have to wiggle around. And now I lost my cube. There it is. Oh shit. Um right here.
Hang on,
Separate
keep talking for a moment. I'm
by
going to go
loose
grab another
parts.
coffee.
You're going to get a coffee. He says coffee, but I'm sure he means beer. We're just going to reuse these little wheelie things just because. Okay. We're going to go there. RZ. And we're just going to make it like that because, why the hell not? I'm going to blow it up pretty big. And you know what? I don't feel like doing much more work, so we're going to add a mirror modifier to it. And mirror modifier is my favorite modifier, and I will show you why. Because X and Y. Hang on. What did you do? Oh, okay, I got it. I got it. I understand. I understand. I fucked up. Generate mirror. Perfect. Perfect. Now we go into the thing. RZ. Scale it up a little bit more. Grab it to one side a little bit more. And you know what? Maybe we scale this down just a hair. I do not know if... Yes, very good, Farty. I do not know if the spider leg thing is going to work out, but at this point, I'm committed to it. So my only option is
Spider
to
leg,
make it work.
spider leg, does whatever a spider leg does.
Can it swing from a web? No, it can't, because it's a
It's
leg.
just it's a leg. Spider snake does whatever a spider snake does.
Did you say snake or smeg?
Smeg.
Okay. That's what I thought. We're gonna go ahead
This is a fucking bloody kitchenware company called Smeg. And currently the supermarket up the road there's fucking like got a deal on you do something and you can get like some Smeg fucking like cutlery and fucking like cookware and shit like that. Every
get,
time I see it, it's like
get your smegware.
mm.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. I am going to that face. Oops. Oopsie. And then generate mirror. Clip it. And then here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to extrude that, and I'm going to scale it so it's about the same size, maybe a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to lower it, and then sweet, yep, looking good, looking good. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I am putting a hole in the bottom of the thing. So if I remove the face, boom, just like that. Now it's a ring and it doesn't have to have a bottom, so I'll use less material when I print it. See, Farty? That's the kind of thing I'm talking about.
It sounds like God trying to describe to fucking St. Peter, like, hey, I'll make this chick really skinny. And I'll put this ring that doesn't need an ass. Yeah, flat ass bitch.
Oh my god, Farty. I'm trying to put a
Now, have you
bevel
ever
on
seen any of
this.
those? You ever seen any of those videos where God's like fucking inventing animals and shit like that? It's
No,
like,
but I'm gonna have to look it up now that you've said something.
yeah, it's like, oh, we're gonna make death spaghetti, and like, there's always like St. Peter there. He's like taking notes. He's like, oh God,
Oh, no,
what
no, no. I
now?
have seen that actually. Yeah. And I was
Yeah,
like, what do we do about food dates? Expiration dates. Yeah, I've seen
well,
a
it's like,
couple of them.
some of these are more like, fucking, oh, I'm gonna make like death spaghetti. It's like death spaghetti. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like a bit of spaghetti, but it's gonna have fangs and be really venomous and shit. It's like, oh. what are we going to call it? Snake. Yeah, okay. And I guess we're going to put it with all the rest of the dangerous animals. Yeah, put it in Australia.
Yeah, I have seen some of those.
Yeah.
And then there was the one about measurement. Like, we need to figure out these measurement things. And the guy's like, oh, well, we'll do a foot. Well, what's a foot? Well, it's roughly the size of one person's foot. Listen, Farty, don't judge me, okay?
I like the ones where, like, you got some American measuring something in, like, fucking Olympic swimming pools or elephant trunks or fucking Buick fucking rear doors or fucking whatever the fuck. And the comment is Americans will do anything to try and not use the fucking metric system. Because you do. You go,
We do, yeah.
oh well, this is like 2 miles long, and that's like 1,400 fucking bloody snail's testicles or something like that.
Well, like I said, the only reason we use it is because we've been using it since like the 1700s, and that's because the 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 weights and units of measurement that we were supposed to get for the metric stuff sunk on a ship, and they just said, "Fuck it, we're out of time." And by the time that the metric stuff did arrive in the states, um, it was like 10 years later, and we'd already adopted and uh, this thing called the imperial system. So that's
Well,
what
that's a
we
pretty
use.
piss poor excuse considering that we had the imperial system up until the late 70s. We went over to the metric system, and so did most other countries.
I I guess we're just setting our ways, Farty. Okay.
Fucking no. Well, what what I'm talking about is more is that, like, when they measure shit up against things that, like, people wouldn't know the measurements for, like, you know, oh, this is 3747s long. Like, the average fuckwit wouldn't know how long a fucking 747 was, or bloody this is 1/18th of a fucking Imperial Star Destroyer long. It's like, who'd fucking know that off the top of their bloody head? It's like,
You would,
why the
Farty.
fuck use
You
those
would,
differences?
because you're just that kind of a nerd.
Actually, I don't. In fact, they've confused the whole fucking thing with the Star Destroyer thing, because now there's like 4 or 5 different types from the original version.
Yeah, there's that planet killer sized one too now.
Hmm.
We ordered metric scales and they got stolen. No, it was sunk. They weren't stolen. They were sunk in the Atlantic Ocean. There was a big storm, and the boat got sunk by the storm, which was also like another reason why it was such a fucking miracle that people made it to the fucking to what we now know is the United States, because at the time all we had was ship travel, and ship travel, even with everything they knew about travailing, the seas, was still incredibly fucking dangerous. I mean, it's still kind of fucking dangerous, depending on the size of your ship now, because apparently larger ships are more or less impervious to some of the larger storms.
Not entirely.
Not entirely, but
But here's where the Houthis are such a massive problem, because the Suez Canal negates the southernmost route. And the more
right.
south you go, the more torrential the storms and shit are. In fact, back in the days of sail, they used to try and get down there to get what's called the Roaring Forties. And these things would scoot fucking sailing ships along at a fucking almost fucking 60 fucking knots, like twice as fast as what you can get fucking most ships going nowadays.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait,
Anyway,
Farty, this is all misinformation. Let's put it out there that we're not experts, and that this may or may not be misinformation people are listening to.
suck a dick, YouTube. Anyway, The problem is that though that like these are like some fucking severe storms too. These are like storms big enough that like one wave would just go, and then the ship just simply disappears. In fact, it was very, very common that like you'd lose one or more crew each journey, and if you lost more than two crew, well then that was also fucking normal. No one batted an eyelid of it, and there was more fucking people where that come from.
Yeah.
Entire ships would just go missing, and you wouldn't know about it for several weeks until like they're definitely fucking like yeah, they're definitely too fucking late. You know, they're definitely not coming. Um, but yeah, like in around like Cape Horn and buddy, that kind of stuff. Um, Straits of Magellan, things of that nature. They're like really severe fucking like weather formations and shit like that around there that used to just like destroy ships. And that's the main reason why they go up through the sewers into the Med is because it's extremely calm water around the equator, and it's very conducive to gigantic ships because one thing a lot of people don't understand about the big ships is that like when waves and stuff sort of like sort of barrel fulcrum and all that kind of stuff along the thing, that causes fucking points where the ship's not being supported. So if you have a big wave in the middle of a ship and its two ends aren't really supported by the water, that's putting massive strain on the center of the
Right.
ship. And both ends sort of bow down and the middle goes up. And then conversely, if you got a wave either end of the ship and the center
Right. It's
line's
why
in the trough.
the Titanic ended up snapping in half, even though the the uh, the cut along the hull wasn't where didn't terminate where the snap happened. It's just the massive amount of pressure from the waves that had gotten it to that point kind of made it just go bork.
eh, Um, fuck, what was I?
There's a reason getting Shanghai was a thing. Yes, I understand that Shanghai comes uh, from Chinese pirates because it was easy to say Shanghai instead of we were boarded.
Anyway, buddy. So like these massive ships nowadays are only partially realistically allowed to exist because of things like the Suez Canal and the Panama Canal and the
Right.
ability to maneuver around the equator. Now we're actually fucking forcing a lot of these huge ships to go around the bottom of Africa, which is the Cape Horn where you got fucking lots and lots and lots of torrential fucking weather and stuff like that. Where before the Suez Canal, that was another one of those routes that you'd lose crew every single trip you go on. In fact, there's some footage you can look up on YouTube from like the 1920s when they still had tall ships doing the like clipper work and stuff like that. And this is before the Suez Canal opened. This is going around the Cape and all this kind of shit. And like no shit, it's like the forepeak and the fucking aft peak are the only two things out of the water except for the masts most of the time. The whole fucking deck's awash with water like fucking like all the fucking time. Half the boat's basically submerged. That's how
Yeah.
fucking rough the seas are.
Right.
And yeah, these guys used to do this all the fucking time. Um, So yeah, with the big ships nowadays, I'm expecting that we're probably going to have a couple of accidents because these larger ships are really not designed to go that way. Um,
Right. Like I said, there are more or less now, and I'm not saying that they can't be affected by the bad
oh, like
weather
rogue
and shit.
waves aren't going to fucking topple a bloody a fucking super tanker or anything like that,
Right.
like it would a fucking like a fishing trawler from like fucking Deadliest Catch or anything like that. Yeah, no.
Right. And that's kind of
But
what.
like if you get that peak and trough action, you can snap them up.
Yeah. Let's
So it's
see.
sort of like one's vulnerable to one and the other one's vulnerable to the other kind of extreme.
Yeah. All right. What do you think for my spider legs here?
Mhm.
It was good shape, you think?
Mhm.
Let's hear from the chat here.
Why not? Just to be difficult, make it anime themed and make it tentacles with penis ends on it.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Farty.
Once it shoots you down, it's gonna fuck you too.
If it shoots you in your stock, then you're already fucked.
Mhm. Oh, I know. It's fantasy warfare. It gives you the choice. It either tentacles you to death or shoots you to death. Your pick.
uh,
And
that would be kind of a hard choice for me, I think.
if you think it all stays on the battlefield, no, he films it and live streams it to YouTube.
Uh, let's make this part a little thicker.
That's what she said.
I wouldn't know, Farty. I wouldn't know. I'm gonna go ahead and shrink that down a tad.
That's not what she said.
That is not what she said. No. I'm very saddened for you, Farty. Uh, uh, shit.
Where?
Huh?
Where?
Uh, your pants.
Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Fucking. Oh, it's an update from the HMNZS Manawanui.
Is there?
Yes, yes. I was only joking about the captain being a fucking lezo because she looked like one. But it turns out, yep,
No, she
she is a
was. Yeah.
lezo. Yeah, I was only joking. Anyway, so they're praising her for saving everyone's lives, even though it was
Even though
her
she
that
put
put the
everyone's
fucking
lives
lives
in
in
danger
danger
to
in the first
begin
place.
with.
Yeah. Anyway, IAS, which is like the ship tracking fucking service, has that ship fucking going at full pelt about 13 fucking knots directly towards the fucking island. Like, no shit, broadsiding it. If it wasn't for the reef being there, they would have ran up the fucking island. Someone said something along the lines of, but maybe they didn't know the reef was there or something like that. And it's sort of kind of like, well, they must have known something was there because in a couple of minutes of not hitting that fucking reef, they would have ended up on fucking Samoa itself.
Yeah.
So it's sort of kind of like, don't have the excuse because behind the reef that they hit was a fucking great big bloody island. Ray Charles could have seen that, and that cunt's not just blind, he's fucking dead too. He popped up out of his grave. Hey man, that lemon licking lollipop over there, she gonna crash that boat, that big motherfucker island.
Oh my God, Farty. Ah, motherfucker. Scale. Scale. Thank you. Thank you. Oops. Come
So I thought
on.
that was funny. They're praising her for her actions,
You
and
fucked up. Hooray.
it's the female defense minister that's praising her for her actions too. So yeah, any wonder why I'm starting to get the impression that women just hate the fucking New Zealand military?
Farty, women hate everything.
Yeah, but like also too, right? Women typically like they fucking hate some things, but they won't go after the extreme part of it. Like say with feminism, for example, you don't see them walking around Kandahar trying to fucking fight for women's rights now, do you?
Farty,
But
come
they'll
on.
be,
We have to
but they'll be,
respect their religion.
yeah, but they'll be in countries where you've got the right to fucking say whatever the fuck you want and then scream about how you got no bloody rights, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking yeah. Um, fuck, where was it going with that? What
Where
was I
were you
saying just
going with
before that?
that, Farty?
Uh,
Shit.
What was it saying just before that bit?
Something something dark side.
Something. Fucking, hang on a tick. I don't know what to do.
This is so fucking janky. I don't even know why I'm doing it this way. Should I go through to entertain you assholes?
No.
Come on. No, no. Come on. Um. Come on.
Hang on.
Why am I hanging on? Why aren't you hanging on? You should be the one hanging on, Farty, not me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Thank God for instant replay. Um, yeah. Okay, so I was saying how women like to fight fucking things, but they don't like to fight the actual evil extreme. They
Uh-huh.
only fight the weaker side. So like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, with the feminism, I was saying, yeah, you don't fucking see them running around Kandahar trying to fight for their rights and stuff like that.
Correct.
So women fucking hating and fighting and trying to destroy a military, as far as militaries go, like New Zealand is the fluffy bunny fucking rainbows and pretty fucking sunshine fucking army. Like they're kind of like the least intimidating one out of the whole fucking lot of them, but like, well, they can fight and they're pretty fucking narky, but like they just don't show that.
Right.
Anyway,
Shit.
this Lezo Sheila was in an intake of 4 other Lezo Sheilas, or three other Sheilas. So there's 4 of them all up, and out of the 4 of them, 2 of them have sunk a fucking ship already because one of her classmates also took out a fucking patrol boat about a year ago.
50% success rate. Let's
Yeah,
let's go. It's better
yeah.
than
So
0.
So you got fucking Helen the bloody head job getting rid of their fucking strike wing, and then you got successive women prime ministers fucking their military and fucking ruining the navy so they don't have ships with guns anymore. And now you got fucking 2 female fucking captains who are now sinking the bloody ships. It's like shit. You know, you can save yourselves a bit of money, paint the cunts fucking green, paint Rainbow Warrior on the side, and tell the French to come and have at it. They'll do the job for you.
Nah, we will have at it alright.
Oh no, we fucked up. We didn't get the Rainbow Warrior all the way back in the 80s. We'll have another crack at it.
It seems that they have that they are the lesbian, no? That is only because they have never met a strong Frenchman.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why they bombed the Rainbow Warrior in Auckland Harbour in the first place. It's like, it is such an easy target. It is only the New Zealanders. What are they going to do? Throw a sheep at us?
You know what? I have a better idea. I'm gonna make these legs super fucking janky. Super janky. One articulation point. It's
Was it you I was
basically
showing you that clip from fucking Bad Taste where the sheep blew up?
no.
It was a show.
There we go. Do you like my stubby little robot legs that have only one point of articulation? Oh, this looks so fucking. Aw. This looks so fucking dumb.
Kind of looks like a fucking evil droid car.
It does look like a destroyer droid, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, fuck it. We're putting legs on it now. You convinced me, Farty. We're putting legs on it. Control C, Control V, can grab it to Z, bring it down, bring it forward. Not that far forward. Doing it wrong. Scale that way the fuck up.
Give it chicken legs like fucking Battle Pod Z209s, fucking
Right. That sounds just
fucking
grapey enough for a Frenchman. Does it? Does it, Des?
ATSC. What did he say?
He says that sounds just grapey enough for a Frenchman. My Frenchman, my Francois Frenchman, character sounds grapey, grape flavored, which is a stand-in for another word that we can't say on YouTube.
Oh, well, and its derivatives, because you have to say SA for the other one. What, South Australia?
Have you
Yes, it's very traumatic to be South Australians because there's nothing in South Australia.
have
They
you
don't even have their own fucking power generation. They got to buy no shit electricity off Victoria.
have you been to South Australia? That's where one of my other
Briefly,
YouTubers that I like to watch resides. He lives in South Australia.
yeah, briefly, back when I was with First Fleet. Yeah, it was
Um,
like go down there for a drop and then fucking spend the night, come back.
oh, that sounds like a fun time.
Yeah.
Eh? Is that all you have to say, sir? Eh?
Well, it was annoying getting in and out of town. Then once you get like out in the highway and the further out you get, the fucking less people that there are, and there's sort of like more time to get in your own head. Just fucking think.
Gotcha.
Put yourself on autopilot. Um, yeah.
Is it true there's only like, what was it, 26 million people that live in Australia? The entirety of the country?
Uh, there's a bit more than that. There might be 26 million that live in Sydney. Uh,
To be fair, Australia is just Sydney.
um,
That's what I heard, is that there's like less than 30 million people that live in Australia. The entirety of the country. Let's look it up real quick. Let's see. What is
I'm looking it
the
up.
population of Australia?
No,
Uh,
26.01 million. Fuck me.
as of as of 4th of October 2024, 27,439,200 people.
And the place already feels fucking crowded.
Really?
Yeah, and there's 39 million in California. There's 38 million in Canada.
Yeah.
Shit,
There's
Rick.
about 20 million people that live in the entirety of the state of New York. Do you know how big the state of New York is, sir?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, I've
only a
been there.
couple hundred miles wide.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah,
You've
I've been
been
there.
to New York.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, from New York City all the way up to the Adirondacks.
Oh, the Adirondacks are awesome.
Yeah.
You went to a good spot, Farty.
You can went around Lake Champlain and shit.
I guess that area is okay enough.
Mm. Fucking yeah, did look a bit fucking like some places I've seen out here.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
weird part about this country is that
okay.
like depending on where you go, you can see
You
different
know,
parts of different like the world and shit like that.
yeah.
So
You know what's kind of a cool area is Lake Placid. If you've never been there and you have the chance to go, you should go to Lake Placid. It is one of the Great Lakes.
Yeah, that's if that's if there's a fucking America to go to in the future.
That is true.
Um, Fucking at the very least, that's unless you still keep your democracy and don't turn fucking communist with Kamala, the fucking
Kop
uh,
Mala.
the Kremlin cunt, the cackling cunt from the Kremlin.
Kop Mala Harris. I had an argument on Twitter once about like Kamala Harris being a cop, and one person I had an argument with was one of those all cops are bastards people, and I'm like, okay, so Kamala's a cop, right? Yeah, but she's not Trump. Okay, cool, whatever.
But I thought she was only a prostitute. I mean, a prosecutor, not a cop. Because you wouldn't need to fucking Kamala Harris. You just fucking get her to cringe people to death.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. I just
Yeah, to get her to cringe people to death, or just get her to fucking laugh from the fucking insanity so they'll commit suicide.
yeah, I
It's funny, a friend of mine when he got his
I bet they
security,
use I bet
security,
okay, listen.
my mate got his fucking security license, and fucking I said, you're gonna get people killed. He goes, well, what do you mean? I said, like, yeah, if you go and try and arrest somebody and like they're up on a ladder and you go, hey, you're under arrest, you're gonna look down and see you laugh and fall off the fucking ladder.
I bet they use Kamala's laugh in Gitmo as a torture.
All her speeches. Community banks for the community because the community needs to bank in the community, and the banks need to be banks for the community because the community banks are in the community.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, next Saturday, we'll be on Kick, you guys. So until then, I don't know if we're doing midweek this week. But if we do it, we'll do it. And if we do it, then we'll start on Kick the few days earlier. That's all I got.
Baby.
What? What?
Flop.
What?
Flop.
Frank and Farty, they're a couple of jerks. Can't stand each other, but somehow it works. Yelling and screaming, it's all in good fun. 2 hours a week, and then they're done. It's garbage, yeah, it's a mess. With Frank and Farty, you know the rest. Buddy Doku's gone, ghost in the stream. He's like Bigfoot in our podcast dream. Frank thinks he's smart, Farty thinks he's right. Put them together and they'll start a fight. Doku's hiding, who knows where. Probably eating snacks in his underwear. Nuke the site from orbit, it's the only way. Aliens got it right, we always say. Blow it all up, started anew, but we'll be back next week just for you. It's garbage, yeah, it's a mess. With Frank and Farty, you know the rest. Buddy Doku's gone, ghost in the stream. He's like Bigfoot in our podcast dream.